DaFuqBoom canceled Dom Studio.
Boy who live, come to die.
Is the new race already on the show?
Bruh.
Is Plunger Man officially coming back?
Wait a minute.
Baba Booey.
Today will go down in the history of Skibidi community, because you can't even imagine how much happened in the last 24 hours. Besides the release of episode 41 by Dom Studio, we got some mind-blowing news, as DaFuqBoom gave his honest opinion about Dom Studio and other multiverses, and overall bro answered 50 freaking questions in Discord chat. 50 freaking questions, bruh. Can you imagine that?
I mean, it's alright, like...
Honestly, I have no words. Bro just bombarded us with spoilers, and there were so many questions that I'm too lazy to list them all, but believe me, what he told us will shock you, and I'm 100% sure of it. In short, we learned about Astro, the battles that await us, the new race, and even the episode it will appear in, about Plunger Man and the chair, and a million other things. And we also found out when the episode 77 Part 2 will be released, and why it's taking so long. And besides all this mind-blowing news, we also have 5 leaks for episode 77 Part 2. In short, this video is probably going to be legendary and one of the best videos ever, as we're going to delve into the Skibidi lore that I was partially able to predict.
It's kinda entertaining.
Hello friends, you're on the channel. Subscribe to the channel and press the like button under the video to speed up the release of the next video. And let's go. And I think it's worth starting with some less important information for the story, namely what DaFuqBoom thinks about other multiverses, since bro literally started roasting Dom Studio without SMMs and registration bruh, and he was asked if he'd watched episode 41 by Dom Studio. And here's what he wrote. Yeah, watched this today. Was pretty disappointed with T-Rex and freaking slop, he writes. I mean, T-Rex was never respectful to OG material, remembering how he turned Astros into fodder. But this shit is just spit in the face and biggest disrespect towards all Skibidi-verse. Before there were at least some power competition, but they just crossed everything off with this ridiculous multi-dimensional clockman that apparently killed hundreds of titans and can freeze freaking galaxy. Out of freaking nowhere, unwarranted. And that's not even strongest character they have. Before Verlins was having spot for most ridiculous OP shit, but this just broke through the bottom. That's a pretty harsh comment, and I don't even know what to say. Dom Studio really did turn Astro into fodder, but that was early on in their journey, and they probably didn't envision developing their plot. Then we didn't see any other Astro except for the skeleton Astro that was the commander's shell, and I think the Doms sorted out the misunderstandings. But, you know, DaFuq gave life to mine and all other channels related to his universe and literally changed our lives, and I am eternally grateful to him for that. And he was and is someone I've always admired. So it's silly for me to criticize any of his decitvies and his opinion. But in general, everyone has the right to his own opinion and can express himself. But personally, I don't hold a grudge against Dom Studio or DaFuq because of what he said, because it's his opinion which he can express whenever he wants. I am in favor of a peaceful existence, and I talked well with T-Rex and also talked well with DaFuqBoom. And I haven't had any conflicts with them, and they've always talked to me well, so it's not for me to judge them for anything. I'm just a small part of this big universe, and I'm just doing what I love, and I can't really talk about the big guy's business. So what's done is done. I don't know how Dom Studio will react to this or react at all, but time will tell. Also, Boom said that the zombieverse from Monster Up has potential, but they lack showing proper physics, and the effects are a bit goofy sometimes. And Boom said that he likes Verlint's cinematic, but Verlint suffers from making everyone too OP and not right, since he turned Titan Speakerman in huge behemoth, completely missing that his true potential is in his agility. We also learned that Boom likes Skibidi reaction by just Cozy, Creek, and Stakes the most. And he added that he likes the multiverse from Spitterund as he hits the OG style and genuinely gets better with animation skill each episode. But he still likes Maxidy's universe the best. I also like Maxidy as it is something new for us in terms of animation. Well, and I also like Spiderund, and especially his bloopers, which I often use, as the bro shows us a different and more sussy side of the show, and he also has a pretty good universe. He also said that the no skill clutch multiverse is the real multiverse that should be ridiculous, but kind of funny, and also hits in the OG style a bit. In short, I realized Boom likes multiverse that stick to OG style. And that's logical since they are based on the original Skibidi. I may have missed some questions because there were too many, but I didn't miss any important plot-related questions, which I will tell you about now. But if I've missed something, please write about it in the comments. Anyways, here we go. Boom said that episode 77 will be very important, and especially the third part, but there is also a chance that the episode will have a fourth part, which by the way would be better for us, because if there is no fourth part, then the third part will be too long, and we will wait for this episode for a very long time. So maybe Boom should not rush and sweat over such a hard part, and should add a fourth part to release the episodes faster, which personally I think will be the case. We also found out that there are episodes in the series that Boom doesn't like because he wrote, "Every 10 episodes, there's at least one episode I'm not a fan of." And it's common for every content creator. And even I have videos that I don't like, even though initially I thought they were good, so it's okay. The next question was quite spoilerish, as the subscriber asked, "Can you give us some info about the most important character in the entire series?" To which Bro literally sent a freaking chair emoji. And that's definitely the end for non-chair lore believers. And actually, I know what Boom means by that answer, but we'll talk about it later. The next question was one of the most important because Boom said that the series will have 100 or even more episodes. And as you know, I already said it in one of my videos that the series will have about 100 or 150 episodes. I think that if the Astro arc will be the last, it will be about 100, 120 episodes. And if after the Astro arc will be the final arc, it will probably be about 150 or even 170 episodes. This is of course only my assumptions, but still at the moment, it looks real. Also, some simp asked if Camera Woman is single. And Boom said that after episode 70, yes. And it means that she had a very close relationship with Plungerman. But it is unlikely that she will be able to love someone else after that. And in general, Plungerman will soon return to the show, so everything will be fine. We've also learned that we'll soon see the Duchess and the Astro Mothership in action, as well as the Speaker Woman in the next 3 episodes. And I've already predicted that we will see the Duchess and the Mothership in episode 77, in my opinion specifically in part 3, as we heard the Mothership sound in episode part 1. And I'm sure there's a whole big Astro squad somewhere near here with all the powerful dudes. But we will talk in detail about the plot during other questions and at the end of the video, so stay tuned. Boom also said that all the next episodes will be hype, and that he worked on the new episode only 4 days because Blood was chillin' and played games. And I'm glad that he was able to rest and have fun, as I myself sometimes play a few hours in different games. Of course I would like to play longer, but I cannot leave you without content, so it's okay. We've also gotten some information that in episode 77, we're in for some unexpected plot twists that we're not ready for. And Bro's probably talking about Plungerman coming back, because it would be a hell of a surprise. And we even got a leak that reminds us of Plungerman. But I still doubt it's him because I don't believe that Boom would show us this before the episode comes out. But overall, I'm 100% sure that Plungerman will be back, but we'll come back to it. The next question was particularly interesting to me as I like to compare characters in terms of strength. And the viewer asked, who is stronger? Prime Titan Cameraman or Upgraded Titan TV Man? To which Boom answered, depends on how they utilize their powers. Both have equal potential to win. And I really like this answer because it shows Boom's love for these characters, and that he doesn't want to compare them, because each character is unique in their own way. He also made a good point that it all depends on how each character uses their abilities. And I agree with this because even a weak character who can use his abilities well can defeat a stronger character, and G-Man has convinced us of that many times. But if you compare Titan Cameraman and TV Man from the series and compare all their actions and strength, Titan Cameraman has little chance of winning, and I will explain why. First, we need to find out when Cameraman was at his peak. I think it was in episode 65 in the battle against fake G-Man, where Speaker Man and Cameraman barely managed to win, and then they were caught by Kamikaze that almost got them killed. Then the wounded Titans fought the Scientist in episode 67, where the Scientist literally knocked out Speaker Man and had a good fight with Cameraman. But still in that episode, G-Man helped the Scientist by knocking Cameraman down. So it turned out to be a foul fight, but why didn't the improved G-Man even try to fight TV Man when he came, even though he was happily running to fight Cameraman? That's one sign that TV Man is much more dangerous. Also, TV Man killed the Scientist in 5 seconds when the Titans were almost dead. And it doesn't matter that they were wounded. I think even 2 wounded Titans are equal to 1 Titan Cameraman at peak. But they screwed up. When TV Man Titan pissed on the Scientist in a few seconds, he also defeated all the clones solo, even though the Titans at their peak could barely handle 1 clone in episode 65. TV Man is much stronger physically. He has more cool abilities, and is clearly more durable than Titan Cameraman. I think it's obvious that Titan Cameraman is much weaker than Titan TV Man, and it's useless to argue about it. It's like saying Iron Man is stronger than Thanos because Bro was able to trick him with the gauntlet. But in reality, Thanos is much stronger, and it's obvious. I mean, there are chances, and weak characters can defeat stronger ones, and it happens a lot. But still, Titan Cameraman has very little chance against TV Man's buffed stats. But even if you don't agree with me, that's fine. Everyone has their own opinion. And if you think that Cameraman is stronger, I don't mind. Anyway, we have a lot more to talk about. And another important question was, is there a chance to see more flashbacks of the time when every race were humans? To which Bro answered, yes. And I'm a little confused. Does this mean that all the races we know were once human? Maybe they were, I have no idea. Or maybe Boom just meant that we'll see more flashbacks with the cameramen who were definitely once humans. Also, if you remember that once Boom said that we are waiting for something important in episode 79, and a viewer asked what we will learn in episode 79, to which Boom replied, that episode 79 will unlock certain abilities for viewers. And that's actually a huge and interesting clue, but what does he mean by that? It's obvious we'll be able to understand what the skibidi-toilets are saying. I'm not talking about mutants that can talk. I mean, we'll be able to understand the skibidi language. And there are two options. Either Bro will add subtitles to every conversation, like in episode 76, when the Duchess talks to the UFO toilet, or the agents will invent some device that will allow them and us to understand what the toilets are saying all the time. I also hope that we will learn what the toilets were talking about before, like the conversation between G-Man and the UFO toilet in episode 60. This will really be a new era for the agents and for us as well, so I can't wait for this big event to happen. Make sure to smash that like button if you hype about it as well. Also, a lot of people are wondering about the fate of the lucky cameraman who was arrested, but Boom said it's part of the plan, which I also said in my videos that it's all a secret agent's plan, and Bro will only let the detective know what he needs to know, and I'm sure the detective will find out something crazy, but again, the secret agent will let him do it. Because basically the secret agent can kill lucky cameraman at any time like he did with Plunger Man, so he has nothing to worry about. In short, the plot gets deeper and we are clearly not ready for what's coming. Boom also said he was most excited about episode 77, and then the episodes that start with episode 80 all the way through 90. And we even learned that in episode 80, we will see a strong character or perhaps the return of an old one. We cannot say for sure because Boom answered just yes to this question, but I believe that it will be the Astro Emperor, like of the most important Astro boss, or the returning of an old character with new perks. And what if in episode 80, Plungerman comes back in Titan form with Astro upgrades? Oh boy, I'm not gonna lie, it'll be the best comeback ever. Because I doubt it's Plungerman. Because I don't believe Boom would show us such a spoiler. And Bro will never in his life show us anything that can spoil what's in store for us in an episode. It's another special cameraman, but definitely not the Plungerman if you ask me. But I could be wrong, and if it turns out to be Plungerman, I'd be happy. There was also an interesting question like, what will happen with TV men? What's their opinion with cameras teaming up with toilets? To which Boom answered, karma. And it's a funny answer, but maybe he means that they will get karma for humiliating other races all this time, or they will do something with cameraman because they teamed up with toilets. But the TV men were interested in catching G-Man to tell them about the Astro, so after the teaming up, it will be easier for them to talk to him. So it's likely these guys will get karma for everything they've done wrong. There was also a very important question that interested many people. Is everything in early episodes 1 up to 39 canon? Or not as they were initially made as a joke? To which Boom replied almost all of it are canon. They were simpler, but still true to the story. And I've already said that the first episodes were hardly canonical. And in my opinion, the plot started when the agents and G-Man appeared in episode 7. But actually, I didn't take the first 20 episodes seriously, but still Boom confirmed that they were canonical, so that's great. But now I will show you one of the most discussed questions at the moment. Is there by any chance a way a new race could be introduced? Or is this not exactly something that could ever happen? To which Boom answered, what if it's already among us, but we don't know it yet? Nah, bro, we already know it, and I talk about it in every freaking video I make. They are among us, and here is one of them we saw in episode 74. And Mr. Boom even said when we would see them because a subscriber asked, in episode 74 when TV Daddy was teleporting, there was a TV man in the background of the Skibidi base. Could you share a clue as to who they were and why they were there? To which Boom replied, 81 will show. So he literally confirmed that in episode 81, we will see a new race. And it's definitely not TV Man, bruh. Because when Boom was asked about the new race, he said that they are already among us. And if we see this dude, he's most likely from a new race and can't be TV Man. Actually, it can be a microwave man or someone else, but it's definitely not TV Man. There was also a question about how long the show would run. Will your series continue for 2025 and after the movie? To which Boom replied, with current schedule, definitely, considering a team now since it's getting too intense. And if the episode will be released once a month, the series will last several years, bruh. And I'm glad that Boom decided to find a team as he will be able to rest more, and the episodes will be released faster than usual. Only it won't affect the quality of the episodes, as it's very hard to find someone in the team who also has such a huge experience in animation in SFM as Boom. And that's probably why Boom tries to do everything alone, as no one will do better than himself. So let's wish him luck with that. We also found out that maybe Simp Cameraman will have some important role in the series, because Boom answered yes to this question. But honestly, I doubt that he has something in mind for Simp Cameraman, and probably will do it for the fans, because many people love this dude. We also have one comparison question. Who is stronger, upgraded Titan Speaker Man or upgraded Titan TV Man? DaFuqBoom replied, in terms of strength, Titan TV Man. Speaker Man is a lot more agility. And that's a pretty odd question since obviously TV Man is stronger. Also from the important news, we learned that soon we will see the Juggernaut, who is also likely going to participate in the epic battle in Part 3 and 4 of Episode 77. In short, we are waiting for something really mind-blowing. The confrontation between the Alliance and Astro at the level of Thanos versus Avengers. And this is insane. We also got confirmation of an important Astro-related theory. On each Astro toilet's head is a helmet which has a different amount of bands for each individual Astro. Do the number of these bands signify rank, with the higher amount of bands meaning a higher rank? And Boom confirmed this theory by saying yes. And this is good news because now we will at least understand what rank will be occupied by new Astros that we have not seen yet. But a funny detail that the Astro mothership has 3 bands, and also all the strong guys like Juggernaut and Astro Detainer have 3 bands as well. And even the UFO toilet has 3 bands. Even though, bro, just a rat if you ask me. But the Juggernaut has a special helmet with sharp horns, and Mothership's helmet is also different from the others, because there is a ring on the back that tells us that this Astro has a higher rank. By the way, Mothership ring is similar to that of G-Man when he was an Astro, which confirms that the Astro Mothership and G-Man have a high rank. We also found out that we're going to see a secret agent in action in one of the episodes because Boom confirmed it. But honestly, it was obvious to me. And of course, bro will have to get his hands dirty at some point. But the next question will be really hard to understand, and it sounds like, is there a character that you feel people didn't understand or understood well? To which Boom replied, Plunger Man, which once again confirms that Plunger Man will return to the series, but perhaps not in the form we think. And in general, it seems that we do not understand that character. Blood foreshadows something to us, but unfortunately it is not clear what to expect. But I think that after episode 77 or 80, we will know more about it. We also learned that Kleiner was apprentice of Scientist Toilet, which also makes us realize that we don't have to worry about G-Man's improvements because Kleiner knows the science crap too. We also learned that Boom will be showing us an important new character soon. And from what I remember, Boom has already said that we will see a very important character for the plot in episode 77. So we will wait. We also got a pretty obvious question and answer, like does G-Man know where the Astro base is and something else? And of course, Boom answered that bro knows a lot. And it's not surprising that G-Man knows a lot since bro was a freaking Astro alien himself. But it's more accurate to say that he's still an Astro toilet, just without his toys like guns and stuff like that. And to prove that he's still Astro, I'll show you another and most shocking answer for me. Was the giant flying skibidi toilet from episode 13 in Astro like the G-Man toilet? To which he said yes.
Emotional, damn it!
There is no way, bruh. I don't believe it. Freaking Astros were with us all the time. And the dude who asked that question is a real Giga-Chad. And we should remember him because it turns out that among the regular toilets, there were a lot of Astro toilets. And now I understand what's going on here. G-Man made a rebellion on the Astro planet, and he had help from other Astros with it. But since bro screwed up, as punishment, he and a lot of other Astros were sent to Earth to take it over. So they redeemed themselves. And now I'm sure that Skibidi scientist was also an Astro who participated in that rebellion, and he was also sent to the Earth with G-Man. And now it's clear where the scientist got the idea with the parasites he invented, because it's hard to invent something from scratch. And the scientist took this idea from Astro and realized it quite successfully. Actually, the parasite thing is deeper than I've told you, but I'm too tired to yap for so long, and it's already my longest video on the channel. But the fact that the Astros have been with us the whole time is crazy. Game of Thrones is about to get sidetracked with the plot twists that await us in the Skibidi toilet, bruh. Now I understand why big guy like Michael Bay wanted to work with Boom. Boom really knows how to make a story interesting. So let's give him some respect. But that's not the end, because there was another shocking answer. Is there something more dangerous than Astro, or something we should be more worried about? To which Boom answered, maybe, which pleasantly surprised me. And I have a guess who he's talking about, because I think the main villain is not some Astro toilets or alliance, but DaFuqBoom himself, or more specifically, his secret agent character. And I wouldn't be surprised to see him as the main villain at the end. But I'm not going to talk about it anymore for now, so you might want to think about it. Okay, this interview is the best we've ever gotten, and I think I've covered all the important stuff. But if I missed anything, let me know. But we have 5 more leaks for the new episode, but honestly, they don't give us any information. About this dude, I doubt it's Plunger Man, as I mentioned before. I don't think Boom would spoil such things. Also, we found out that episode 77 is almost ready, and that it will be out in about 3 or 4 days. So we have to wait. I hope you enjoyed this video.